Good morning, good morning, good morning. Coach and Kruma out here on my daily walk, giving y'all my reflections of something I was thinking about this morning. This morning, I was thinking about why grind mode can keep you from accomplishing your goals. Now, a lot of folks think grind mode is, the best thing. I understand so many motivational speakers talking about grinding so hard and not sleeping and just a bunch of unhealthy stuff that not really going to lead you to your goals. And I'm going to give you three reasons why grind mode may be what's keeping you from your goals. So you might be grinding as hard as you can and you're trying to figure out why you keep hitting the wall. You grinding as hard as you can and you're trying to figure out why things aren't working, why things aren't going the way that you desire them to go, especially when you're giving them 100%. And these are the three reasons. First thing is typically when people go into this grind mode, they're trying to rush the process. It's like if I just grind real hard for 6 months, or if I just grind real hard for a year, I'm gonna see all the results that I want. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't go hard. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, try to give it your best. But that grind mode mentality is typically trying to rush the process. And when you rush the process, you're you're not getting every part of the process that you need. One of my favorite movies, and a lot of black folks' favorite movies, The Five Heartbeats. The writer said Donald Duck Matthews will become a greater writer when he experiences more pain. Now, I'm not saying that you need to experience more pain, but sometimes you need to experience more life. Sometimes you need to experience more life that grinding in 6 months is not going to give you. I'm gonna take me for example. I'm writing a new book. I've been writing this book for 3 damn years almost. This is my ninth book. I've written 8 books, y'all. I write books in 90 days. Every book I've written in 90 days, but this one, I knew when I started it was going to be different. Because when I was getting the message for the book, it seemed a lot more powerful than anything I've ever done. But I did not think that it would take me 3 years to write. And the reason why it took me 3 years to write is because I needed more life. I needed more life. I needed more experience for me to put in the book the things I needed to put in the book. If I would have wrote it in those 90 days, it's no way the book would be as powerful as it's going to be because I did not have the experience, the understanding. I didn't have the pain that I had to go through and then figure out. And then once I figure it out, that's a part of the book, that's a chapter in the book. I wouldn't have had none of that. So typically, when people in grind mode, they're trying to rush the process. But you can't rush the process. You gotta flow. You Whatever's in you is going to come out of you. But if you rush it, I just had a crazy analogy in my head. I ain't even going to use it. But if you rush the process and you don't just allow your natural flow, you're going to be skipping things. Things aren't going to be as passionate or powerful because you're focused on this time. I got to get this done. I got to get this done. And you going hard, but you're forcing things. When you're in constant grind mode, you're not flowing. You're not allowing your creativity to take over. You're not allowing the spirit to move you. You're constantly doing. And in doing, you're skipping things. So that first thing, grinding is trying to rush the process. You cannot rush the process. You got to learn to flow. And when I tell y'all that has been my biggest problem, oh, I got a problem with time. I can't turn the GPS on without trying to beat the GPS time. And I ain't even trying to get nowhere at no specific time. I'm just racing it for nothing because I had this issue with time. So you're rushing things. And my books I've written already, they probably are not the best they could have been. Because I set a date and I said the book is going to be done by then. And so I forced to finish in 90 days on every book that I wrote. And I'm like, where I'm at right now, I want to go back and revisit all of my other books and probably like do a second edition because I know I didn't do my best because I wasn't flowing, I was rushing. So grind mode is keeping you from your goals because you're rushing. You can't reach exactly where you're trying to get if you're rushing. So me, right, boom. Or I wanted to get the book done, so I rushed, I got the book done, but was it the best book? Did the book sell the way I wanted the book to sell? Did the people receive the book the way I wanted the book to be received? Did I get the recognition I might have been looking for? No. Now, I got a task done, but I did not accomplish my goal. And grind mode will help you get a lot of tasks done, but will you accomplish your ultimate goal? Number 2 reason why grind mode is keeping you from your accomplishments. Because grind mode keeps you in constant flight mode. Now, we've all heard the term fight, flight, or freeze mode, but we never really think about how that looks outside of actually being chased by a bear or something like that. We think fight, flight, or freeze is only when you are in physical danger. But fight, flight, or freeze is when your brain thinks you're in any kind of danger. It does not have to be physical. It can be emotional. It can be mental. It can be stress. It can be any of those things that your brain says, hold on, I'm not in the best space. So now I'm in this fight, flight, or I'm in this freeze zone. Now, grind mode keeps you in constant fight mode. So you're not in flight, you're not in freeze, but every day you're getting up like, I gotta fight. Every day you're getting up like, I gotta do this. Every day you stand up late, you're not getting enough sleep because I gotta get this done. I gotta be in grind mode. I gotta go hard. I gotta give it my all. You know, we listen to all of these motivational speakers that's telling you foolishness that don't know nothing about the brain or physiology. So grind mode is not good for your nervous system. You you can't flow. I talked about flow in the last point, right? You can't flow when you're in fight mode. Now, think about this. How creative can you be while you're in the middle of a fist fight? How creative can you be when you're in the middle of a fist fight? You can't because you're fighting. Understand this. Neurologically, when you are in fight mode, they're the only parts of your body that are working are the parts that fight. There are other parts of your cognitive abilities that are turned off when you're in fight mode. So you can't be as creative as you want to be when you're in fight mode because the creative part of your brain is turned off. The only thing your brain is thinking about is surviving this fight. And now you're in grind mode so hard, your brain is like, are we in this fight? We in this grind? Or we got to fight this thing daily? But it's turning off part of your creativity. It's turning off a part of your flow. It's turning off a part of who you are because when you're in fight mode, you are not in balance. You can only be your best self when you are in homeostasis, which is when you are balanced, when everything is at a neutral spot. Like think about like anytime you've really, really, really been afraid of something, but then it didn't happen. And then 10, 15 minutes go by, everything settles down, and now you're calm. That's homeostasis. That is when you are going to be your most creative. That is when you're going to be the most productive because now you can access every part of your brain. You can't access every part of your brain when you're in fight mode. So grind mode puts you in fight mode, and fight mode keeps you from being the best version of yourself. Lastly, Grind mode keeps you from accomplishing your goals because it prevents you from taking care of your body. I've never saw anybody be in grind mode and get the proper rest that their body needs. Never. Never seen it. When people are on grind mode, they are trying to work their body to pure exhaustion. Just working your body all the way down. And again, when you don't rest, when you don't get to that homeostasis, you can't be the best version of yourself. You can't be the best version of yourself. So when you don't rest, like, listen, rest is a part of growth. If you work out and you don't rest, your muscles don't build physically. So what make you think your brain is actually a muscle? So what makes you think your brain is growing and getting stronger if it's not getting the rest that it needs? So you grinding so hard that you're making your brain deteriorate by not getting enough rest. Or I've never seen somebody in super grind mode eat right. Either they just eating fast food that ain't no good for them because it's quick because they're trying to get right back to the grind, or they don't eat at all. They forget to eat. Either way, not feeding the body, not feeding the mind. You're so in grind mode that you are not doing the things that your body needs. You're not getting rest. You're not doing any breath work. You're not meditating. All you're doing is just grinding, and your body and your mind needs more. So I'm not saying don't go hard. Go hard. Go hard on your goals. Go hard on your goals, but make sure you are in flow. One of the things I had to learn is when my body says, yo, you tired, I need to stop everything. Before I would be like, I'm gonna just push one more week and then next week I'm gonna rest. Nah, now, once my body says, yo, that's enough, I shut everything down. Just chill out. I don't do nothing. I gotta let everything reset. I gotta let my body reset. I gotta let my mind reset. I gotta let my emotions reset. Can't just keep grinding because you're not going to get to where you exactly want to be from grinding. But you will get exactly where you want to be by flowing in the spirit, by flowing in your talent, by not trying to force or rush things. You will get to where you're going by allowing life to happen so you can get more experience, so you'll be a better version of yourself trying to accomplish those goals. And you will get exactly where you want to be if you allow your body to constantly be able to reset, to get calm, and to get into homeostasis and get into that space where your creativity is easy, where it just flows, where it doesn't feel like work, where everything is just not, it's not something you're doing, but it's something that's happening from you. 3 reasons why grind mode may be keeping you from your goals. Let's want y'all share this out. Tag a few people that y'all think might need to hear this message. Some people that y'all know that's been grinding super hard. Tag them, tell them to check this out because I want all of us to get to the best version of ourselves, to get fully into alignment. It's Coach Nkrumah.